New York City, June 22nd, 1982. Room 1416, Helmsley Palace Hotel. A man in a dark suit steps out of the elevator. He's carrying a briefcase. He looks calm. He's done this before. He doesn't know what's waiting inside. 3 men, a hidden camera, and the end of everything. His name is Kenji Hayashi, and in the next 45 minutes, he will hand over documents that IBM spent 30 years building to a man who works for the FBI. But to understand what he was selling, we have to go back to where it all started. Not 1982, 1952. In 1952, IBM isn't a tech company. IBM is the tech company. The word computer and the word IBM mean the same thing. Governments buy IBM. Armies buy IBM. NASA buys IBM. If you have a computer, it was almost certainly made by IBM. Their real secret isn't the hardware. It's the blueprints. Internal architecture documents that explain exactly how their machines work from the inside. These documents are worth more than most countries. IBM guards these documents like state secrets, limited access, armed guards, serial numbered copies. If a page goes missing, they know which copy it came from, and they know exactly who had it last. Tokyo, 1970. Hitachi is watching IBM very carefully, not as a competitor, as a textbook. If you can copy someone else's architecture closely enough, you don't need to spend billions on research. You just need the right person on the inside. Hitachi begins approaching IBM employees, not with threats, with money, a lot of money. Ken Hain works at IBM's San Jose facility, senior engineer, 15 years with the company. He has access to some of the most sensitive documents in Silicon Valley. And in 1979, he makes a decision that will cost IBM $622 million. He doesn't steal all at once. He's careful, patient, methodical, one document at a time, over 3 years. 1981, IBM notices something wrong. A technical document appears in a Hitachi product. The exact same diagram, the exact same error. Mistakes don't copy themselves. But IBM doesn't call the police. Not yet. They call their lawyers first. Here's what IBM understood that most companies don't. If you arrest someone the moment you find them, you get one person. If you wait, you get the entire network. IBM calls the FBI. The FBI has a plan. They won't arrest anyone yet. They're going to let it keep going and build a case that will be impossible to deny. The FBI assigns 3 agents to the operation. They spend 6 weeks studying IBM's technology. They need to know enough to be believable. To sell secrets, you have to sound like you understand them. Operation Penguin, that's what they call it. An FBI agent will pose as a technology broker. He will offer Hitachi exactly what they want. More IBM secrets. The FBI's undercover agent is introduced to Hitachi executives as Richard Callahan, a former IBM insider who now sells what he knows. He isn't. He's Special Agent Alan Garretson. The first meeting happens in a conference room at the Hyatt Regency in San Francisco, January 14th, 1982. Garretson arrives early. He checks the room twice, makes sure the recording equipment is working. For 6 months, Garretson meets with Hitachi executives. He sells them real IBM documents. Documents that IBM deliberately gave the FBI. Fake enough to be useless, real enough to be incriminating. What Hitachi doesn't know, every document has been marked. Microscopic serial numbers invisible to the naked eye. IBM knows exactly which page is in which hands at all times. Every meeting is recorded. Every exchange is photographed. Hitachi executives sign receipts for stolen documents. Receipts that will later be shown to a federal judge. By March 1982, the FBI has enough, more than enough. 47 recorded conversations, signed receipts for 35 stolen documents, wire transfers totaling over $2 million. But then, something unexpected happens. One of the Hitachi contacts, a mid-level manager named Isao Onishi, starts to get nervous. He wants to meet less often. He wants smaller documents. He's starting to suspect something. The FBI makes a decision. They have enough evidence. It's time to close the trap. June 22nd, 1982. That's the night they move. 8 arrests across simultaneously. New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles, all at exactly the same time. 10:47 p.m. Eastern Time. The signal goes out over FBI radio. One word. Penguin. Room 1416, New York. Kenji Hayashi opens the door. He's still smiling when the handcuffs go on. In San Francisco, the arrest takes 11 seconds. The suspect tries to flush documents down the toilet. He doesn't make it. In Los Angeles, the suspect opens the door himself. He thinks it's room service. The evidence is overwhelming. Recorded conversations, signed receipts, photographs, 35 IBM documents found in Hitachi's possession. Some of them hadn't even been published inside IBM yet. By morning, it's on the front page of every newspaper. IBM sting catches Hitachi spies. The Wall Street Journal runs it above the fold. Japan's Nikkei runs nothing. For 3 days. Hitachi pleads guilty. They pay IBM $622 million in damages. The largest corporate espionage settlement in American history at that point. To put that number in perspective, in 1982, $622 million was enough to build 23 Boeing 747 aircraft, or fund NASA's entire annual budget twice over. Hitachi paid it and kept going. But the settlement isn't the real story. The real story is what happened after. The IBM Hitachi case changed how every major corporation thinks about protecting its intellectual property. NDAs became standard overnight. Security clearances were formalized. Document tracking systems were invented specifically because of this case. Within 2 years of the IBM case, every Fortune 500 company had hired a corporate intelligence team, not to spy, to stop being spied on. And Ken Hain, he cooperated with federal investigators. His sentence was reduced. He walked out of court with probation. Hitachi paid $622 million. Their stock dropped 3% during the week of the arrest, then recovered completely within 60 days. IBM thought it was protecting its future. It was, just not from the right enemy. You already know it's going to be something you haven't heard before, and it's the only way this channel grows. Hit the like button. It takes 1 second. And if this story held your attention, subscribe. If that's the kind of thing you're here for. Every story on this channel starts where the official record ends.